Hello, it is November 14th. We are 2 weeks into NaNoWriMo, and I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood, and I'm here for another Sunday, not so lazy afternoon live stream productivity sprint. I know many of you are working on NaNoWriMo, but some of you may not be. Maybe you're working on your own projects, maybe you're doing chores, maybe you're eating snacks and hanging out. This is a judgment-free zone, and I'm a strong believer in snacks, so you do you. Today, I have Sakotumi and Doc Coleman with me. Sako is off screen because StreamYard hates her camera today, but let's go ahead and start with her. Did you want to say hi?
Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sakotumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. If you are interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sakotumi Voit, and it's not just me talking, it's also a bunch of other author tubers who have something to say on the topic as well. So please drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Awesome. Doc?
So now I want to know if you're doing all the normal arm gestures that you do when you're doing that.
No, not today.
So Sako's being played by a Muppet cartoon with sharp pointy teeth.
I am, yeah.
All right.
The teeth look sharper and more bitey than catechisses.
And that's saying something.
Bitey.
All right. Afternoon, folks. I am Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure. And I am currently slaving away in NaNoWriMo on the third book in the Adventures of Crackling Bang, temporarily titled The Rage of Ragnarok. So hopefully you are doing well with your Nano as I'm trying to catch up with the pace on mine.
I am about a day ahead. Every day I get my 1667 in before I go to bed, whether I start my words at 2 p.m. or 12:30 in the morning, because there was a cat sleeping on my keyboard and I was watching Facebook Reels. And anyway, my space fantasy is coming along, and I read a book this week by Charlie Holmberg, who I absolutely love. And it showed me ways I can make my story more fantastic without really changing what I already have written. And I'm super excited to incorporate these godlings into my world. So yeah, I'm writing a space fantasy. It features sentient octopuses flying through space on nautiloids pulled by a squadron of space manta rays, and humans sailing the aether between worlds with stellar ships with big sails and things like that. So it's super fun. I'm super excited about my world and my story. And yeah, I'm excited to see what I'm going to do with it. What are you working on today, Sako?
I have no idea. Currently, I am troubleshooting my camera.
Oh no. Setting it on fire with your brain.
Yeah, indeed.
So I see in the audience we have Amy L. Hello and welcome. I think we're doing okay, other than Sako's camera, which is being a whiny, needs to sit in the corner and think about what it's done. Pain.
Consider what you have done.
So what are y'all working on, people out in the audience who I cannot hear, but perhaps will eventually see your comments filter through?
Yeah. We'd like to do a pulse check on the audience. Please give us a comment so we know you're alive.
You are welcome to lurk. Commenting is not required in order to watch.
But we'd still like to know you're alive. Because we're not prepared for the zombie audience. Although
I can talk to myself.
They love us for our brains.
I'm pretty good at talking to myself. Can you be a writer without being good at talking to yourself?
Can you be a writer at conventions without being good at talking to yourself?
So let's see. Amy L is working on their Mafia vampire story outline. Ooh, super fun. Well, everybody else feels like they are, not doing Nano this year. And that's totally fine. I understand November is not the best time of year for a lot of people, and that 50,000 words in a month does not work for many people's lifestyles. And that's totally okay. As I said,
it is not a contractual requirement.
Nope. Who's rebelled before? Me.
The only time I won Nano was when I started off rebelling, thinking I was going to write 6 steampunk short stories, and the first one just kept stretching out longer and longer, and it's like I've got 50,000 words and I haven't gotten to the middle.
I mean, that's the best. Anyway, it is NaNoWriMo, and you know what that means. Less talking, more sprinting.
Yep.
So all I have to do is go into my bookmarks and open up my timer. And let's see. Did we want 20 or 25 minutes?
25.
Okay. You're going to do a 25-minute sprint with 21 seconds because it amuses me, and that's the most important part.
Because it's your stream and you make the rules.
Exactly. So let's see. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my audio, and I'm going to select the proper Chrome tab. Boom. And there we have it. 25 minutes and 21 seconds.
Oh, and Lee has joined us just in time for a sprint.
Hello. Hello, Lee, and thank you for joining. Good luck with your NaNoWriMo. Super excited to hear that you're in this year and that it's got some forward momentum. As a 100% momentum-driven writer, I totally get that. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're back, and we have a Sako. Hello. What fixed it? Did you just have to go out and come back in, or what?
I just basically had to tell my computer, no, really authorize Chrome to see my camera. So I unclicked it and then re-clicked it, and here we are.
Oh my goodness, that's super frustrating.
It is.
So, what else did you do with your sprints?
I am working on the Mage the Ascension game that I've been showing on Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Nice.
And I'm basically planning out the chronicle for the next couple of sessions.
Awesome. So, how was your sprint, Doc?
Let's see. I got in 350 words, so
Nice.
353 words. So it's a decent sized sprint. Helped get myself warmed up a bit, and got some soda so I can hydrate and caffeinate at the same time.
Nice.
The real reason we were 2 minutes late starting, I was heating up some cider.
Yeah.
I got 417 words and actually checked in with the Balticon group that's doing a write-in right now that I've been
Right on.
fine, but like camera off, speaker off, microphone off for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But you've been ignoring for the past 2 hours. No.
Right. I'm just there to bolster their numbers, really. But they actually have 6 or 7 people, so I'm pretty pleased for them. So yeah, I'm gonna pop into the comments. I see we have an Andy. Hello and welcome. Andy's working on edits. Kelly is here. Hello. Is lurking via YouTube since I'm also writing and is also over on the Twitch. Amy L got 119 words done and went down a research rabbit hole. Everybody's favorite. Andy is finishing up an edit on a chapter. Amy L developed my Oracle character a bit too or a bit too much.
Yeah, I'm also.
I don't think you can develop a character
did
too
this
much.
Also, or overdid this? Yeah. No.
Is there such a thing
also
as developing a character too much? I argue no.
There's no such thing. Unless like you decide to start telling their backstory, in which case it's a vignette and you can pull it out and sell it as an individual or give it away as a freebie.
Yeah.
And Kelly got 399 words. Ooh, nice. Pretty smooth. So, my shirt, it says reads a lottle.
Oh.
So, because it's got a little axol.
It's got a little Cthulhu.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. So super excited. I love this shirt. So it sounds like everybody had a pretty productive sprint. Let's pat ourselves on the back.
Pat.
Oh, does that mean it might also be time for a quick stretch break?
Okay.
Oh, twist and shout. Shake it up, baby. Oh. Listen to the rapid fire snapping of your spine. No.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, if it doesn't, then there's a problem for me personally. Other people might have problems if their spine popped this much.
Yeah.
If mine doesn't, there's a problem. So, okay, popping back over to the comments. Aw, people like my shirt. Hello, Tao, and welcome. Tao. And Amy likes my shirt too. Yeah, it was a Facebook ad win. I mean, Facebook ads sometimes get me.
Yeah.
It's Toe. It's Toe the lion.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Nice pun.
So, yeah. Okay. So we have stretched. We have talked about what we did. Indeed. I like to say that I'm Rice Krispies in milk. Toe the lion. Okay.
Which I just got in some Rice Krispie treats. I should open some.
So, are you ready for another sprint?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Did 25 minutes work for most of us?
Mm.
It worked for the people on camera, and that's
Yep.
all that matters. Is that what I'm hearing? So,
I don't see any dissenting opinions. So
excellent. Clearly, it worked for everyone.
Yep.
So, Amy says, my mom has what we call Rice Krispie knees.
These.
My knees were popping like that when I was 4 years old in like the preschool version of ballet. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's comforting knowing that they're predictable.
Knowing that they're predictable. Knowing that you can make music with the snapping of your bones.
Right, of course, of course. So let's go ahead and get started on another sprint because it is November. And some of us have got some words to write. So
Some of us haven't written any words except for that first sprint.
Oh, you can do it. I got faith in you. Faith.
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1, sprint.
Something surprising?
You okay there, Morgan?
I might need to redo my math. I either got 700 words for the day or for that sprint session.
Oh.
I'm leaning towards the day, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. So how was your sprint? Well, I'm redoing my math.
Good. I'm reading some specific like house rules for combat and technology and all of that fun stuff.
Nice. Doc?
Let's see. I got 263. I can't talk now. I got 263 words in that sprint, but I also spent part of that time taking a trip to the bathroom and grabbing some Rice Krispie treats. So,
What a Rice Krispie treat.
I did 700 words in that sprint.
You did?
I did.
Fire.
I'm at 1,117 words for the day.
That's impressive.
I don't write that fast. Wow. Okay. So apparently I enjoy creating religions.
Oh, yeah. Creating religions can be great fun.
I mean, I do. I knew I did, but yeah, so I just didn't realize I'd got that many words in. Yay!
Hooray!
Let
So-
the dog more slow.
Okay, popping into the chat. Oh, wow. Busy. We got an Aphrodite. Hello and welcome. I know, it's
Hi,
Sunday
honey.
already. Not ready for it. And we have an MK Kits. Hello and welcome. Thank you for the like and the hi. We like you too. Alley Cat doesn't know how much longer. I am on for another hour. So yeah. Thank
think
you
that
for
might have
writing
been-
with us, Amy.
Might have been directed at MK Kits, but
Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. Amy had to go. I hope she had a good writing sprint. Apparently, I was making faces because we all know I have the best poker face ever. For everybody else, Toe actually joined in this time and got 444 words, which seems suspicious. I believe the word you're looking for is auspicious.
Yep.
See what I did there? Yeah, so I'm super excited myself. Thank you. And Ali got some Chex Mix. Ooh, the
Which
salty
flavor?
kind. Right? Which flavor?
I always like the bold, but I can.
I always like my aunt's homemade Chex Mix best, except the year that it actually was a salt lick.
It was a
She may
salt
have-
lick.
I think one of her ingredients, like she used the regular amount of everything, but instead of like garlic, she used garlic salt or something. I don't know what the accident was, but it was, and I like salt, but I needed a lot of water. I mean, I still ate it. I mean, come on. But homemade Chex Mix is just crispier. And, she puts little goldfish in.
Well, when you start adding other things, then it becomes special.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah. It's a good Christmas season if I don't finish it in 2 days. A thing like this much.
Yeah.
It should last me a week. I should share it with other people.
No, I've I don't have the time to do the stuff I'm supposed to, much less make custom Chex Mix. So I just grab the bags. But
no, I do fudge for people. She does Chex Mix. My sister does Christmas crack, which is like pretzels and nuts and white chocolate, the almond bark stuff.
Okay, chocolate covered pretzels.
No,
or kind of a chocolate drizzle over them.
They're completely covered in almond bark, and it's delicious. And anyway, it's things and stuff. We have a food exchange, so everybody has to have something different. And I stole fudge from my mother, but she does do rosemary shortbread, which I adore. I love the sweet and savory combo, which is unsurprising because I also like, salty and sweet at the same time. Sweet and sour pork, that kind of thing, is totally my jam. I like everything but bitter spectrum stuff, so.
Not a big fan of bitter.
No. Do y'all have any, like, certain foods that you do certain times of year?
New Year's food, specifically. There is a soup that I make that involves the sake that usually I have charging all year, but Greg had to pour it out. So ozoni, I make ozoni for New Year's Day.
I don't know what that is.
It is a soup with mushrooms and naruto, and which is like a fish cake, and carrots and enoki, which are like a long stringy mushroom.
Okay.
And a bunch of other yummy things.
For people who enjoy mushrooms.
Yes. And the broth is made out of miso and sake.
Oh, nice. That sounds amazing.
And I like to put a little bit of mirin in there because I like the sweetness.
Nice. Doc?
See, we've always kind of done non-traditional holiday meals. I mean, like, we've had things like meatloaf for Thanksgiving or tacos for Christmas and things like that. Part of which it means that we don't have to compete with everybody else for the traditional ingredients. But a few years back for gatherings, we would make feast bread, which is a meal in a loaf type thing that you spread a loaf out and put in layers of meat and vegetable and cheeses, and it's the kind of thing I worked at for perfecting the recipe for several years before I finally got it right. And it turned out that the secret to the whole thing was bacon. Because it's like, after you put all this stuff in there, it wasn't nearly salty enough, but you didn't want to add salt. And it turned out that bacon was the solution to that. It gave you just enough saltiness to make it taste good without overpowering any of the other flavor. But
while adding some nice umami, some savoriness and stuff too, and some fat.
Yep. And you take all the side strips of the bread and you braid them over each other and then bake it all at once.
Schmancy.
It looks
Maple
pretty.
bacon?
And I have not tried maple bacon. Not yet. But it's to be honest, it's much too easy to get a big bag of bacon crumbles at Costco and just scatter those in liberal.
So Alley Cat has been distracted with YouTube videos, like we all do from time to time. Lee makes gingerbread men, but uses a cookie cutter that's shaped like a kitty and decorates them as tabbies.
Aww.
So they're gingerbread catmen?
Gingerbread catmen.
Yay. And SD does a baked sweet potato casserole. As long as it's not that thing covered with marshmallows, have that. I remember hating that as a kid. It was just so sweet. And
did you ever like dig underneath the marshmallow
and the texture was
sludge to get at the sweet potatoes underneath, or was it just all ruined?
I don't even remember. I just remember not liking it. And my mother, one year, trying to tell me that sweet potato pie tasted identical to pumpkin pie.
I don't think so.
No, it did not. Right up there with Mom's making soup and telling my stepdad, oh no, it's all onions, and telling us, oh no, no onions, it's all celery.
Oh, sheesh.
Like we wouldn't know.
Don't lie to people about ingredients. It's important.
Well, I mean, she knew what we were, what we would eat anyway. So, Andy says, my dad was introduced to green bean casserole a few years ago, and now he wants it for every Thanksgiving. That's never been huge on my family's list.
Really, that's always been our go-to thing to take to gatherings when we're doing a potluck. We'll do a green bean casserole.
I just like green beans.
Straight green beans. I like them fresh.
Yeah. So I think, when my mom did Thanksgiving, she would just, pop them in the microwave, steam them.
Yeah.
The frozen ones, they come out fine.
They come out
perfectly adequate.
They come out fine.
Yeah.
I like them fresh and roasted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like green beans, but I can deal with green bean casserole.
See, green bean casserole is a way to trick people who wouldn't eat green beans into eating them. If you like green beans, it's not as amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, Lee says that they are called ginger kitties. Thank you very much. Not gingerbread kitty.
Catman.
Catman.
But there's a story about gingerbread cat. No.
Awesome. So, do we think it's time for another sprint? What do you think?
I think now is great time for another sprint.
Do I need a snack first?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I think I might
let's go ahead
too.
and get started in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Wait, where's the start button? Okay.
Go.
And we're back.
How was that sprint for you?
I need to do math.
Cool.
No.
I'm not even counting. I'm not even counting words. I'm just like researching combat and looking at my players' character sheets and being like, hey, they have backgrounds that I didn't notice before, and dreaming up storylines around these
They have
things.
big juicy hooks in them that you can latch onto and pull.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
I got 449 words in that sprint.
Ooh.
Not too
So-
shabby.
Good progress. And I got bugged by a cat who seems to think it's time for me to feed her.
I got 582.
Nice.
Oh my god, what a good writing day. Like, normally 500 is a good writing sprint. I am so pleased.
I would be too.
So, can I get shivers? Can I get shivers? So Andy had to head off for dinner. Cora swung by to say hi and got 864 words already. Maybe back in a bit, I guess, if we're
Nice.
still around. SD got 306 words with a lot of editing. Ooh, that's super awesome progress then. And Livy Brooks, hello and welcome. Jumped onto the live with 10 minutes left in the sprint and got 400. Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh my
impressive.
gosh. You
400 in 10 minutes.
You are a boss. Oh my gosh. And Toe, the lion, got 968 words this sprint.
So
Whoa.
prolific.
Is something in the
Holy
water? Because I'm going to drink some more water.
That's a very, very productive set of sprints. Hi.
Seriously, I'm going to fist bump all of you. Boom. Wow. That's awesome. Alley Cat has been reading since they already finished their goal for today and tomorrow, reading a book called Assignment in Amsterdam, about 75% in, and distracted by chatting with people in Discord, as one does. Hello, Hayden, and welcome. Hayden's going to join in a bit, going to shower and get Doc set up. First-time viewer and subscriber. I thought you were new. Total shout out. I love new people. I love regulars and I love occasionals, and I just like people. That's why I run a live sprint. So yay. Hopefully we will still be here when you get back. I do usually end at the bottom of the hour, and I got my words in. So, but I might do one more sprint because the words are flowing. So do I go with it?
I say go with it. Yeah.
I might go with
It's Nano.
It's Nano.
It's Nano. Yeah.
But
And it's
now
like-
I'm worried I'm too close to the end of the story. But it's okay. Everything can still go wrong. We have time.
You can always go back and pad it. No.
Right. In my local Discord NaNoWriMo group, someone said, so I'm already at the climax and I'm only 7,000 words in. And I'm like, maybe you just have a short story. Maybe you need a new point of view character. Maybe you need some side plots.
Maybe you need to put in more description in the second edit.
that actually was the third thing I said was, or maybe you write tight and then you expand out on your reviews. So SD, yeah, Brooks has had great sprints today. Oh my goodness. Okay, is trying to reach at least 75K for the month, and this currently at 57K. I did a nano and a half one year. It was a sequel to a book I'd already written, so I knew the world and the characters pretty solidly, and that helped. But yeah, awesome. I only managed it once.
Yeah, I started with over 30,000 words from last year, and now the total for the manuscript is just over 51,000 words.
Nice.
So I've got to get 83 in order to win Nano for this year.
Right. I have 22,000 from last Nano, and I'm sitting pretty at just under 48 right now.
And yeah, I've got about half my words needed for today. I'm still
Nice.
behind the curve at 17,912, but
You've got time to catch up. You've got plenty of time.
Yep. And
how many
I'm
words per
off
day do
this
you need?
whole week. So I'm doing full-time writing this whole week, and I'm planning on hitting 2,500 words a day or more.
Oh, nice.
I might make an exception for today just because started late and did other things, but I at least plan to hit that. What is my target?
1667.
No, because I'm behind. My target's higher. My target is 1950 for today.
Less
So
than 2,000.
I already have 1065. So if I can
Nice.
hit 2,000 for today, I'm going to call it good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I hear that. Sako, any thoughts? No. Okay.
This game's going to be great. No.
This game's going to be great. Yeah.
Cora said, if I do one more sprint, I am ready and pumped. I mean, the words are flowing. Let's not stop this groove. An extra sprint never hurts. Let's see. Lee got 419 this last sprint. Oh, enjoyed dinner. SD is ready to keep going. Livy said, I started the story this month and it's transformed and converted in the best possible way so far.
Nice.
I love when that happens. Oh my goodness.
Love it when a story comes together.
Yeah.
It doesn't decide to turn into tax fraud and school field trips.
Yeah.
The school field trips probably would have been okay, but it was the tax fraud that really brought it down.
Yeah. I mean, it was school field trips with like 100 little tiny baby octopi.
Yes, but you could still have a fantastic sense of wonder in that. So
Exactly. But I didn't. I took out the wonder and made it all about counting and making sure they were color coordinated so you don't lose track of which ones are in your set. And
rewrite.
I get a little practical sometimes, and I need to step away from it for the story I want to write. So that's where I'm at right now. I just added in some magic and some gods and some worship, and it's pretty solid, pretty happy with it. I went back and edited previous chapters. Okay, not edited. I added these scenes to pre-existing scenes. Yes. So I don't usually write out of order. It's a little disconcerting.
Writing out of order is fun.
I know, but I usually have trouble with it because my flow gets messed up.
Oh, your transitions need work.
Yeah. It gets really clunky, or I set up things that I didn't realize I needed to set up, and then I end up just jumping all over the place all the time as I keep thinking of new things. And
instead of jumping back and writing in that stuff, I tend to stick notes in my manuscript that start off, go back to this section and add blah, blah, blah.
Well, I knew what I wanted to add, and I knew where I wanted to add it. So
no, what usually gets me is during Nano, because I'm usually catching up, is the time it takes to find the section where you need to edit. It's like, I know where it is in my head. I got to find it in the damn.
Well, I mean, Google Docs has like the outline thing. So I just jump scene by scene, and then I'm like, oh, there we go. Boop.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I've got the way things are organized. I've got things like, defend the ship 2, defend the ship 3, defend the ship 4.
Right.
Where I started writing one block on this concept and kept saying, oh, this is a new scene. I have to create a new scene.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll go back and give them proper titles for the ones that are actual chapter headings.
You have named chapters.
I like naming my chapters. But when I'm writing the first draft, I'm writing all scenes, and then I figure out the chapters later.
And that's why Scrivener works for you.
That's why Scrivener works for me.
Right now, I have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 2B, chapter 2C, chapter 3. The B and the C are the secondary point of view characters.
That is my zero draft. That's exactly how my zero draft
Nobody
looks.
sees my zero draft.
Exactly.
My sister sees my alpha draft, draft 1.
Yeah, I got you.
After I make it coherent and in order and smooth out the rough bits.
Yeah.
So, but I think my favorite part about reading my zero draft is it's never as bad as I think it is.
You know, exactly.
So, I mean,
Give
as I
yourself a little
said,
credit.
last year's went off track. I still managed to reuse 22,000 words from it.
Yeah.
Clearly, it wasn't totally a hot mess. It just kind of slowly veered. Veered
into hot messdom.
Right.
So we had to send in the TVA and clear up that timeline and reset things.
Pretty much. So let's see. Cora says I have to start in the middle of the book and then start at the beginning. It's probably easy for me because I can do mom stuff, then get right back to the flow of the story. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Toe says, oh, I definitely have control find a few times to go back and find what I need to change. Yeah. Control F is my friend too.
Yeah, but no, I've definitely started a few books and then gone back and said it's like I started too early. This all has to go.
No, but you write that for you. It's very, very common from what I've heard that people start the story too soon. But you need to write it so you can figure out the world and the characters, and then you find your starting point.
Yep, you have to write it in order to get.
And you write the first chapter last.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I start with chapter 2, basically. And then I write the rest of the book, and then I go back and
Kitty.
Hello, Kitty.
Catechus is sacked out on the couch, so I don't know if he's going to be making an appearance today.
Yep. He was making several appearances at the writing group earlier.
He really was. He unplugged my headset like 5 times, and my camera kept flipping to the built-in one, and it was a mess.
Yep.
And every time I plugged my microphone back in, it decided it was the audio.
Lovely.
So, well, we were talking about a sprint. Sako, did you have to go or did you want to sprint?
I want to sprint.
Okay, let's do this. Because I knew Doc was already on board, so I didn't want to keep you if you had other things.
Bruh.
So, okay, let's get ready. And we're going to sprint in 3, 2, 1, boom.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
How was y'all sprint?
Yeah. Mine did not go so well. I only got in 294 words this time. So
I did 266. I wandered. I meandered. I checked the internets. I blocked that person from Twitch, who asked me to buy viewers.
Oh, bigfollow.com. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of bots that like to do that.
Yeah, I had to figure out how to describe my characters being brought into the mead hall of the Sky Pirate Queen. So
Yeah.
Neat.
that took a lot of thinking about. So
Right? Yeah. So SD, totally on a roll, got 556. Cora got 530. Toe got got 947. Not as good as last time, but yeah, no, definitely way better than expected. Yeah, everybody is on a forking roll. I think I might be done, but
good. There's more.
Livy got 900. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Holy bleep, people. And Alley Cat hit 82% on her book. Oh my goodness. Went from 75 to 82% on a roll. Wow. Apparently, people start getting productive about like the 2.5 hour mark. So, unfortunately, I'm getting hungry. So,
yeah, and I kept getting interrupted by a cat who came up and got in my face and said, "Feed me."
So, let's go ahead and do our outros. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Let's start with Doc and then Sako and then me.
All right. I am Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure. And you can find my stuff in the links down below. But if you can't be bothered to look for that, you can always find me by searching on Doc Coleman Steampunk. And that will bring up my pages, and it will bring up my Amazon page where you can see my books.
Awesome.
Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sakotumi, also known as Voit. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. If you are interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sakotumi Voit. And it's not just me talking, it's also a bunch of other author tubers who have something to say on the topic. So you should drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Awesome. And I'm your host, Morgan Hazelwood. I am an actively querying fantasy author who would appreciate something other than a form rejection this year. And this week, I also blog, vlog, and podcast, writing tips and writerly musings. This week, I was talking about the fact I figured out why my story went off the rails so badly. I was writing too slowly. You know how you have an upper limit for how much you can write in a month? Well, I also have a lower limit where if I'm not writing enough words, I forget where I left off and where I was going. And I just see exactly where I am and figure where I can go from there instead of thinking about the big picture because it's not in my head all the time.
Which is why you had like field trips and
that's what went off the rails. Yeah. So, and I've learned this before that 10K is actually a little too slow for me to get momentum. And I'm completely momentum driven because I'm like, oh, I can write another day because it's not that many words to catch up with. Right. And it just slides and slides. So yeah, I think next time I'm going to try for 25 to 30,000 words in a month. I think that's more my natural pace. NaNoWriMo is doable, but I can't do anything else that month.
25 to 30K is like, that's my happy place for as far as
everybody totally has their own different pace, you know. Yeah. Some people are 20,000 words a week. I'm not one of them. Some are 20,000 words a year. I'm not quite that. But yeah, I think 10K is just too slow for me to build momentum and keep enough of the story in my head. So
let's say 30K is only 1,000 words a day.
Right.
Yep.
So let's see. Popping into the comments. 75K, here she comes. Livy says, I'm a night owl and I'm just getting started. Alley Cat is off to dinner and is hungry too. Thank you for joining us. And thanks to SD as well. Ruth was interrupted writing because husband brought her dinner.
Oh.
Nobody's here to bring me dinner. I feel disappointed. So
I guess it's dinner time.
It sounds like dinner time. So thank you all for coming.
As I say, sometimes you need a break to refuel and recharge so that you can come out and put out more words.
Dun, dun, dun. So for those of you just getting started, I hope your writing goes great this evening. For those of you who are wrapping up, I'll be back next week. And tune in again. Bye-bye.
Bye.